video, I'll just be doing my rerun predictions for version 3.6, which will be launching in over a month and a half from now, because 3.5 is going to be launching in just a few days. So I'm just doing this in advance, because we already know which ones are coming in 3.5, so then we can then kind of move forward now. Alright, so if you're interested in knowing my opinions on the 3.5 banners and which characters you should pull for, do check out my video. I also did a weapon options video for Deha and Mika as well, so check those out as well. Now on to this video. So for version 3.6, I believe that the characters that have the highest chance to rerun are going to be Nahida, Nilou, who I don't actually own because I skipped her, so I want to make that clear. Nilou, she's going to be on the thumbnail for this video, and Albedo and Eula. Okay, so let's start with Nahida. So she's an Archon, of course. She was introduced in Sumeru, of course, and usually with Hoyoverse's previous cycles of introduction of the Archon, they always let them rerun within like 4 or 5 banners after they debut. So 3.6 sounds about right, because Nahida, I believe, was released in the latter part of 3.1, right? So then 3.6 sounds about right. So like 5 or was it 3.1 or 3.2, let's say. So between 4 or 5 banners from, when she debuted. So then that's why I think that she has a high chance of rerunning. So I think that's a great option. Next, Nilou, who I don't own, so we're just going to keep the screen on Nahida for now. Nilou debuted around that time as well, and I skipped her because she's very niche. She does really well with another Hydro character and with other Dendro characters. Basically, those are her only teammates that she can have to maximize her damage potential, right? So that's why I skipped her, because at the time we didn't have as many Dendro characters as we do now. Even now, we're still just slowly building them up, right? So in that case, I still skipped her, and I don't know that I'm going to go for her if she was to rerun in 3.6, if she were to rerun. But, you know, that's for something to consider in the future. That's still like well over, like almost 2 months from now, right? So I would just say, that's one of the options that's going to rerun. And then, of course, Albedo previously already got a rerun recently, but I'm putting him here because he appeared in the version 3.5 preview live stream as one of the hosts for the English section, and I believe he also appeared on the other sections as well for Japan and Korea, and maybe China too. So then it just seems like maybe they are hinting that he would have a rerun in the future, so I'm just putting him here. And then lastly, Eula. Eula was expected to be rerunning in 3.5. Unfortunately, Hoyoverse decided not to rerun her with Mika, who will be debuting in 3.5 as a physical damage support and also cryo. So it just boggles the mind why they didn't do that, but they obviously have their own reasons, right? So that's fine. But then, therefore, it's expected that Eula would come then hopefully in 3.6 for those who have been waiting for her, and hopefully for those who get Mika, then they can use Mika in 3.5 to support Eula in 3.6, right? And of course, usually we don't get that many rerun characters, but there are rumors that maybe in the future, because there's so many characters already, that they're going to add more banners perhaps. Maybe there's a 3-banner system, or they're going to reduce the weeks in between of banners. They're going to do a 3-banner per patch system, so 2 weeks each versus 3 weeks each right now for 2 banners. They're going to do 3 banners at 2 weeks each, maybe. They did that once before when they had the Hu Tao debut banner, and they inserted a Kaching banner in between. So, you know, it's possible. But those are just speculation among the community, because there's just too many characters and the community is getting annoyed, I think, because some of the characters are just taking too long to rerun, right? Like Hu Tao recently, Yalan recently, right? Shenhe coming up, and, you know, Eula, right? So that's why, because they're just going to keep introducing more and more characters, so then it's just going to keep pushing, like, certain reruns back, right? So then that's why people are getting frustrated. So I already have these characters, as you can see. The only one I skipped so far is Nilou, and so I'm not, I'm fortunate that I'm not like waiting for any of them, but I can totally see the frustration if you were waiting for these characters, right? So yeah, anyway, those are my predictions for 3.6. What do you think? Who do you think is going to be rerunning in 3.6? Let me know in the comments below, and who do you think you would be pulling if these characters were rerunning? I would say that if these characters were rerunning, I would definitely recommend Nahida and Eula. I would probably skip Albedo and Nilou still, but those are just my thoughts. But let me know, and if you had to only pick one, I would recommend Nahida, because you can never go wrong with an Archon. Alright, I will leave this short and sweet, and I will see you guys in another video. Thanks so much, and we'll see you there.